This is the shocking moment today in Nuneaton where Stand Up to Racism were forced out. They came to protest and the locals just were not having it, and they hounded them out of the place, calling them pedo sympathisers. Take a look at this.
Pedo supporters!
You can hear them being called pedo supporters there. So there you've got things got a bit feisty, and someone had their phone knocked out of their hand. I don't condone that behaviour in the slightest, of course, but just shows you how much anger and frustration there is amongst these parents here. As you can see, the locals are very much deciding the direction of travel here. They are essentially forcing these Stand Up to Racism protesters out, saying we've had enough. You can hear chants of get them out. Absolutely furious, these parents. I think there have been a lot of parents who are really disgusted by the fact that we've had all these Stand Up to Racism protesters turn up at locations across the country, but none of them, very few of them, are actually from the place where the protest is taking place. And you've got these people who don't know the local area at all just coming in and trying to tell these concerned mums and dads, oh, you're a bunch of fascists and Nazis for being worried for the safety of your children and girls that live here. Lots of shouting, forcing them out the town. Crazy stuff. And I think a lot of people have looked at this and thought, you know, this is victory. We're Stand Up to Racism. They are not winning this. The locals are fighting back. And the other thing, first of all, I'll just show you this brilliant photo. Look at that with the light shining through. That was one of the photos caught the protest. But the other thing is that we are actually starting to see the Home Office responding in closing down or not going forward with plans to house asylum seekers after there have been big protests. So we've had Suella Braverman, who is the MP for Waterlooville, has announced that they are not going to be using the accommodation that was planned to be used for illegal migrants in her area, Waterlooville, after there have been a bunch of protests there. So it feels like the people who are against the migrant hotels, it feels like progress is being made. Stand Up to Racism are being, essentially hounded out. Doesn't seem like they're winning, if there is such thing as winning at one of these protests. And you've got the Home Office backing down in some cases. Of course, there are still a heck of a lot of places where migrant hotels are open and they're still going ahead with plans, but it feels like it's starting to make a bit of a difference. And all this time that mums and dads across the country are spending going out on all these protests, it is day after day after day now. We had some yesterday, and again today. We just looked at some of the footage from today from Nuneaton. I'm going to show you Bournemouth as well. Let's take a look at Bournemouth.
Hello.
Lots of people there. We've seen them happening all over the country, and then this is just going back to Nuneaton. This footage and the footage from Stand Up to Racism being hounded out of Nuneaton is all filmed by Jack Hadfield. If you check out his X account, you'll find much more footage there. He's been doing some absolutely brilliant coverage of these protests that have been going on. So there you can see loads and loads of British flags and England flags, people being very patriotic, not scared to show their pride in their country, which is of course, you know, a bit of a backlash to this era we've been seeing where people have been demonised for the British flag. I mean, we've literally just found out that HMRC workers have been using their work hours when they should be answering the phones, going to classes about how to deal with their British guilt, the guilt of being British. I mean, it's just unbelievable, isn't it? But these mums, dads, and locals in all these areas, they are fighting back. And I think, you know, there have been a few videos of some skirmishes. where things have got a little bit feisty. But overall, I think people have mostly protested very calmly. You've seen people singing and dancing, having fun, mums all wearing pink and whatnot. You know, the worst you've seen is them sitting in the road in most cases, and I think that, you know, it makes a stark contrast to last year where things erupted into all of these riots. People know that wasn't a good look. It led to people being called far right thugs, and it wasn't a good look. So people have realised that actually, if they want their voices to be heard, they want people to take them seriously, that they've got to be behaved this time. So I mean, most people, there were a lot of people who were last year trying to just protest peacefully against the use of migrant hotels, but all of the media headlines were completely focused on the people who were genuinely rioting, and that was a shame, which made people think that everybody who was going outside a migrant hotel was rioting rather than protesting. But that's the media for you. Anyway, I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you very much for watching this video. That is the latest update from the migrant hotel protest. No doubt we will have more of them to come in the following week, so make sure you stay tuned, press the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more updates. See you next time.